Live now. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, welcome everyone. Good morning. The lighting is good. We should change this. Let's change this. Better. I think it's better this way. Let me know if you can hear me. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Welcome. Mm, I'll put this in the corner. All right. So this doesn't disturb our view. Why is it staying on my face? I need to get the light on. Welcome to the live. Let's see if we need this. This is going to go. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, welcome to the live. Let me know if you can hear me now. Is the video good? Welcome to the live. Need to check this. Check this. Check this. Check this. Why is this? Let's put this here. Welcome to the live. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, welcome. Let me know if you can hear me. Am I audible? Welcome everyone joining in. Welcome to the live. Am I audible? Thank you for joining in. Trying to put this somewhere in one corner so it doesn't cover my face. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, welcome to my live session. Thank you for joining in. Where are you from? That's that's the first comment. The chat streaming live from Nigeria. I hope you got that. Hello, streaming live from Nigeria. Where are you watching from? Just let me know in the chat. Welcome, everyone. Okay, I can see we have new people joining me. Where are you watching from? Thank you for joining in. Yeah, streaming from Nigeria. Where are you watching from? I like to meet new friends. So let me know where you're watching from. Yes, this looks better. I think so. All right. It's not to be stable. Stable, stable, stable. Let's get to meet you. Where are you watching from? We are talking about our health, how to stay healthy. But I need to know if you can hear me. One of the very vital aspects of our focus on this channel is health, and that's a major focus. All right. And interestingly, health is connected to many things. And of course, you know that um, you can only be effective, productive in what you do as long as you are strong, healthy, as long as you are fit. Okay, so that's why you see people working out, you see people going out, sporting, swimming, doing all kinds of activities to help them keep fit. So let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Welcome to this live. Welcoming you, welcoming you. Thank you for the like. Hey, Gemaline. Wow, thank you so much for joining in. Where are you watching from? Philippines? Gemaline. Yeah, yeah. Hope I got that. Welcome, Gemaline. Gemaline, where are you watching from at this time? Philippines? From the Philippines, right? Thank you for joining in and thank you for the like. If you are just joining us, please give us uh, a, a comment in the chat. Let's get to meet you. Let's interact with you. Let's Let me give you a shout out, okay? Gemelin is a content creator also. So thank you for your support, Gemelin. Well appreciated. Tune in, my friends. Okay, thank you. Yes, you can share this with your community. And of course, I'm sure many people will be interested in this uh, discussion. We're talking about health. And if you have any question, please drop in the chat. We're talking about interesting uh, tips, important tips on how to stay healthy. All right. Staying healthy is not an option. It's not something to play or joke with. It's a serious matter, especially if you have seen people or even yourself, if you have had reasons to visit the hospital and you probably have had a need to be admitted for treatment in the hospital. You understand the value of life and staying healthy. Okay, so it's always better to prevent. Prevention is better and even cheaper than cure. All right, so but not many people are committed to doing the needful when it comes to preventive measures for staying healthy. People talk about other things that they want to do. We want to make money, very good. We want to do business. We want to do family. You want to do career. You're a professional. You're even a content creator. All right. But you really need to understand that you can only continue to be effective and increasingly productive at what you do as long as you are healthy. All right. So people pay attention to studying about finances. People learn about how to do business. Interestingly, people do a lot of studies, watching videos about um, how to monetize. Yes, monetize their channel. Gemilin, thank you, Gemilin, uh, for tuning in and staying tuned. And if you are just joining us, welcome to the live. I can see one person has responded to the poll. New here, just one person. All right, so I believe others are regular members of the community. Okay, but if you are new, let's get to know. If you are a regular known member of this community, you can also respond to the poll. All right, so thank you. And remember to give this live a like. Thank you. I hope my audio is very good. Is it very good? Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat if I'm audible. All right. Thank you, Jemeline. So that's a sign that you can hear me right and it's clear. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Welcome everyone joining in. If you just joining us, welcome to the live. We've just been in for a few minutes, so you've not missed much. All right, so we're just settling in on the importance of staying healthy, the importance of staying strong, staying fit uh, for your purpose, for what you do for life. All right. So even if you are a preacher, a pastor, you need this um, information. You need the wisdom. You need to be proactive about your health. All right. People talk about the need, the fact that they are interested in living long. But do you know that living long shouldn't just be the goal? Living strong, living long, living strong, living healthy should be your interest. And if that is your interest, let me know in the chat. You know, living long and living healthy, living strong, living long and living strong. I mean that you are living into your hundreds and you are still strong. Of course, may not be as strong as when you were in your twenties, but still able to do the basic things of life and in fact the intermediate, being able to do you know some other activities that make your life still interesting and enjoyable. All right. So your goal shouldn't just be about living long. You should live long. to enjoy that longevity. You should enjoy your life. You shouldn't just enjoy life in the early days or early years or mid life. You should enjoy life, and that should be your goal. Enjoy life, even in your old age, okay, where you have uh, all that you need in terms of uh, things of life, when you have uh, a fulfilling career, you're fulfilling your purpose, you have your children, grandchildren, and possibly great grandchildren. Okay, so how do you live such a life? How do you, God has so much blessed us. He has gifted us. It's a precious gift that we have, the gift of life. And we must learn to appreciate God for this, and we must be committed, dedicated to ensuring that we maintain and see how much of maintenance that we can do when it comes to our health. All right. So it shouldn't just be about a periodic thing. It shouldn't be that you are healthy for a season and you are unhealthy another season. Of course, there are many factors that can make a person to be unhealthy. Looking at genetic factor, the family uh, line where people have certain medical conditions. There is the environmental factor where people, depending on where you live, depending on the influences around you, your immediate environment, and even your community, even your nation. A lot of factors determine how healthy an individual could be. Okay, so that is not something to doubt or to take for granted. So there are different influences, different determinants when it comes to health. All right, but the goal should still be, despite or in spite of all these uh, challenges or determinants, you should still fulfill your purpose in good health. According to the World Health Organization, health is defined as a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So it's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So it's a state. And how do we ensure that how do you ensure that you remain consistently in that state, good state? The same way you want to grow in wealth, finances, in business, and you want to maintain that momentum, the same way you should have goals. You should have a dedication to your health, to ensuring that you are not just staying healthy, but you are improving by the day. For example, if you are overweight, you are obese, you shouldn't just stay there and say that's your destiny. No, 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 no. There are many risk factors, risk associated with being overweight or obese. So you don't want to stay there. If you have ever met with a doctor, you definitely you should be aware, you should have been informed about that. And thank God for Google, thank God for Chat GPT and information available here and there. So let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, I will appreciate your feedback. Let me know in the chat. Welcome if you are just joining us. And if you are new here, let's get to meet you. And by the way, please subscribe to the channel if you are coming across the channel for the first time. You get more information as we go. So we are talking about our health and how we need to place so much importance, value on our health. We're talking about our life because what disease, infirmity, what they want to do is to not just make you incapable or incapacitated, does not just want you to be inactive, but the goal is actually to lead to death, and you don't want that, and we don't want that. So there are certain conditions, certain disease conditions that they can present so fast, acutely, and the person just goes. There are other situations that they are just is a chronic condition, and then if not well managed, the individual can also develop complications, and that can also lead to passing. All right. So, but we are talking at this time about how to stay healthy. So, how do you keep up in that state where you are complete as a whole person physically, you are growing physically, you are fit, and mentally you are stable. How do you get to that point where you are progressively improving in your relationships? So that these are very important aspects of our health. And of course, we won't ignore the fact that there's a spiritual side, recognizing the place of God and as a foundation, and proper positioning, proper relationship with God goes a long way to also help us. Because God's counsel, according to the word of God, 3 John 2 says, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. So that's God's plan. That's God's expectation. That's God's decision for us. All right. But many people actually desire to stay healthy, but not too many are decisive. Not too many are committed to doing this. How do I know if you are committed? For example, if you are here now and you're watching, you're listening, it's a sign of commitment because you're getting information, especially talking about professional information in a relatable manner so that we can learn together and discuss about our health. So I'll be talking about these 3 P's, just using that to help us to understand what you should be doing to stay healthy. All right. So it's important. It's important to know that it's not just about your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your social health are also important in this matter. All right. So let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let me know if you are still there. Mm, Let me know if I'm still audible, and if you are just joining in, kindly give this live a like. Let's have more people join in, and you can share this with your community Anyone that you know may benefit from this information, kindly share with them. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so I believe you can still hear me. Let me know if you can still hear me. So we will be looking at um, not just something that we should be doing now, not just now. It's what we should be doing consistently. Should be doing consistently, and using the three P's. The first P talks about priority. Yes, priority. How well are you prioritizing your health? People prioritize other things. Of course, it's good to have more money, prioritize business, prioritize social function. You know, you want to engage with others, social media, prioritizing uh, YouTube content creation. And you may be here and you are a content creator. Very good, very good, very good. But do you know why you may be having brain fog? You may be having, I don't want to call it brain block sometimes. Looks like ideas are not coming. You know, it may be related to the fact that you are not actually prioritizing your health. And it may be physical, maybe mental, may even be your social health. All right. Oh, Mr. Barry, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining in at Barry Walking Exercise for your health. This blessings, Doctor. I'm here. Thumbs up down. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining in. Well appreciated. And thank you for the thumbs up. Everyone, let's welcome Mr. Barry. Welcome, walking exercise for your health. How's your wife, sir? Wow, good to have you here. I hope I'm audible. Please let me know if I'm very audible. Or do I need to increase the volume or change this audio? Mr. Barry? Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you so much. All right, so we are talking about staying healthy. And for those that don't know, Barry Walking Exercise is a place to go when it comes to keeping fit, doing the walk, not just talking the talk. Uh, is walking the talk now. Okay. So we talk about brisk walking, exercising regularly, but we have a wonderful couple there and a community where they engage in physical exercise, especially walking exercises every day. Am I right? And course, maybe occasionally, uh, not not throughout the week, but most days of the week, I'm sure that this walking is taking place. And I've been on the live at different times, encouraging people and giving my own support. All right, so that's one way to keep fit physically, apart from the way you dress, dressing up, trying to look good, using the deodorants, perfumes, the creams, especially for the ladies, you want to look good, men also, and that's very important. Okay, but your body is made of many parts, of course. Um, talking about the skin, the hair, uh, your eyes, other organs, your heart, your kidneys. So all these receive blood supply and they perform their different functions. All right. So, but God has not created man to be immobile, to be immobile. I need to mention that again. God has not created man to be immobile, to just be there. We need to be moving. We have been created for movement. Okay, we've been created, of course, for work, but there is a place for rest. Of course, there is a place for rest. But if you remain in a place for too long, even yourself personally, you won't like that. You won't feel, especially if you are an outgoing person, you're a social person. If you're just kept in a room, you know, for a week or two, how would you feel? Your system, I mean, will not will not just be fine. Interestingly, some people develop constipation, some other symptoms from just being inactive. All right. We talk about the risk of being overweight, obese. All right. So if you are not physically active, I'm talking about exercising, talking about making movements, you're likely to have stiffness of joints. Your blood flow is not as it should, and there's a risk of developing blood clots, especially for those who have the risk factors. Okay. And this is still talking about priority. So if you prioritize eating is good. You need to take your breakfast, take your lunch, take your dinner. If you take the three, it's good to prioritize. Drinking water, very good. But I'm talking about prioritizing your entire, your whole person, your health as an individual, which comprises of your physical, your mental, and your social health. So if you really value your health, your life, you will give attention to it. So you give attention to what is important to you. So how much value have you placed on your health? How important is your health to you? Some people wait till they get admitted to the hospital before they recognize the place of uh, the value that their health actually offers. All right. A lot of hours have been lost, you know, manpower, hours, resources have been lost because of ill health. You know, for example, on this side, we talk about malaria. You know, it's one reason people stay out of work, stay out of school. One common reason, one other common reason all over the world is back pain. People having back pain. How long can a person stay, at work having especially severe back pain? Okay, such persons will need to be properly treated, rehabilitated, possibly with need for physiotherapy, depending on the condition. All right. Oh, Lashmi Beats. Thank you, Lashmi Beats. Thank you for joining in. Welcome to the live. I got your comment. Yes, I love emojis on my post. I saw it. Thank you so much for the feedback. Well appreciated. Where are you watching from? Lakshmi Beats. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for the third like. Thank you for the third like. Where are you watching from at this time? Okay, Mr. Barry says, Doctor, I will be right back. All right, thank you. See you again soon. So we're talking health. We're talking about the things that we need to be doing when it comes to staying healthy. Please respond to the poll. It's in one corner there. I hope you can see it. A poll on, are you new here? So whether you're new or you're old subscriber, you can still respond with a yes or no. Yes, I think it's fine there. Okay, I think it's good there. All right, so if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe so that we can remain connected. Usually weekends like this, I try to come up live talking about health, relationships, mental health, talking about chronic medical conditions, hypertension, diabetes, and what we need to be doing to stay healthy. So if this matter is important to you, please subscribe if you are yet to subscribe to the channel. And I'm sure we have a lot to learn together. Let's stay healthy. Let's keeping fit. So priority is very important. So how do you treat your health? How do you treat yourself? It's a matter of priority. Whether it has to do with intake of water, how much of water do you drink per day? You know, I need to hydrate now. So how do you treat your body? Okay, so many times people wait till they are dehydrated before they drink water. So we have to just be conscious, conscious, conscious. You've heard people, someone probably say that when they wake up, they take water as first thing. You know, that shouldn't just be tradition, it shouldn't just be a religious thing. The reason behind that, the purpose of doing that should be considered. Okay, water is life. All right, so I look forward to a time where we'll talk more about it. I have one or two short videos on water and the importance of water intake. All right, so let's talk about this priority. Uh, when it comes to priority, you also need to prioritize your mental health. How do you prioritize your mental health? This has to do with your thoughts and what you see, what you read, what you watch on social media, and then what you talk about. So, do you have some restrictions? Do you have some measure of discipline when it comes to your mental health? Sometimes people don't know that these are the things that influence uh, their health because what you are processing in your mind, um, your brain is also connected, and these are things that really determine your health. So if you are worried, you are anxious, you are troubled, that means you are not healthy. So what are the things that can make an individual to be troubled, to become anxious, you know, to be unstable in their mind? These are the things we need to look at. So do you prioritize uh, reading the right materials? Do you prioritize, for example, as a Christian, studying the Word of God, meditating on the Word of God? Do you prioritize other books, materials that can help you? Do you value the place of meditation, meditating on the Word of God? Do you value seeing, watching videos, listening to audio that will benefit your heart? Or are you exposing yourself to uh, things that will bring fear to your heart? Negative news. Interestingly, you need to know yourself. Are there things that you cannot handle? Are there information that you cannot handle? Sometimes, negative news usually spreads faster, and um, some people are able to handle this. But sometimes, some people begin to have nightmares. People begin to have fear in their hearts, become anxious, because of some negative news around. It may be in your community, it may be in your nation, all right. But if you just have information, just to know how to navigate, your zone, your area, very good. But if you get overwhelmed, get overwhelmed with negative information, negative news, then you're likely not to uh, be really stable in your mind, mental health, because those information keep coming and keep processing. Your mind will keep processing them. All right. So you need to look at the things that uh, bring life, the things that excite, motivational. You need to look at things that make you laugh, things that make you uh, smile, things that make you want to connect with others. Very important. Okay, Tiana, every day. Welcome, Tiana. Tiana says, "Hi, doctor. Thank you so much for joining in, and thank you for the like. It's well appreciated." Tiana is a great supporter of this channel, and thank you for all you do in the community. That's well appreciated. Tiana, every day showing up, saying great topic. Thank you, Tiana. Yes, a great topic. We should be talking about our health, not just about it, but we should be consistently talking about it and doing what is important, the things that are important for staying healthy. And that's what we are talking about at this time. So let me know your thoughts. We're talking about the three P's. P's. P, letter P, that we need to work with when it comes to staying healthy. And I've been talking about priority. Prioritizing is very crucial. People prioritize their financial lives. People talk about increasing their business. People talk about doing better in their career. You know, Nothing wrong about all this. But if health is not priority to you, you may be missing an important foundation um, for life and effectiveness and productivity. Okay, so that's for emphasis. So priority, you also need to prioritize your relationships. Recently, some 2 days ago, I uploaded a video. I'm not sure if if for those that have watched the video, thank you for watching. Like we say, see you in the next video. Okay. But if you have not watched that video, I did a video on the question, am I in the right relationship. Okay, the things you need to know about being in a relationship or just being in attention. Are you in a relationship or in attention? There's a difference. All right. So you find out in that video and let me know your thoughts. All right. So priority, when it comes to prioritizing your health, your relationships really matter. If you relate with people who are committed to working out, exercising, fitness, then you are going to be doing that too. You are going to be doing that too. But if you are not committed to relating with people of like minds, then you may have a challenge keeping to number of hours that you should be working out, this number of steps you should be taking per day. You must just have a team, a community like the Barry walking exercise uh, community where you can be encouraged to walk daily. And that does a lot to your heart, helps your heart to pump better, blood supply increases to different parts of your body, different organs, able to perform their function. Your kidney function will be better because your heart will be pumping blood better and more also to the kidney, to your brain, to your gastrointestinal system, different parts of your body receive this blood supply. But if you remain inactive, if you are sedentary, it has its own risk. Talk about formation of blood clots, and which is dangerous if you move to the lungs or different parts of the body. Okay, so you need to uh, connect, and that's thank God for social media. If you have a place, if you are in a place where you can reach people physically, of course, that's of good advantage. You can meet, even maybe it's just weekends that you meet to exercise, to work out in your area. You may not, you may apply to a gym. You may not necessarily be in a gym, okay, but when you commit to doing this, you are actually showing that you are giving priority to your health. All right. Health is wealth. So no matter the amount of wealth that you think you have financially, cash wise, you know, you need a good health to enjoy your wealth, to enjoy your money, rather. Okay. I hope that resonates with you. Gemlin, thank you for coming back. It's still here. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. And for the feedback. All right. We'll appreciate if you can share this with your community. I'm sure there are a lot of people that need to be hearing this because these days we talk about diseases, we talk about people developing certain medical conditions, and we're wondering how come. All right. There are factors, there are risk factors associated with inactivity, with not eating right, with not drinking well enough, and drinking right. All right. So if we are going to have some changes, the change begins with us, begins with you and I, and how we are able to take decisions individually, not just desiring health, but taking decisions, practical steps to staying healthy. So that takes us to the next point. That's talking about uh, being practical. All right. So people talk about uh, practical in other areas of life. Practical business is practical. Content creation is practical. You have to do your research, your ideas, do your thumbnail, do your what else? um, do your what else? Description, right? You want to make everything just right. That is very good. But do you know that we also need to be practical about our health, decisions that we need to take must be not just decisions, but practical steps. You can decide in your mind that you want to do something, but if you have not acted, if you have not taken that step to doing the needful, you will not be getting the expected result. All right. So practicality is very important. So people talk about, I need to rest. I need to sleep. I'm not sleeping well. The solution to insomnia is getting to sleep. All right. So if you are not sleeping well, the solution is sleep well. All right. So, but you may need to see your doctor definitely to have proper evaluation for your symptom. If you are having inability or difficulty sleeping, okay, you need to identify the cause, and then your doctor will manage you appropriately. All right. So as we move towards the end of this live, I want you to know that these three P's are important. We talk about priority, prioritizing is key. Talk about practicality. So if you say 6 hours, or you're able to do 8 hours of night sleep, that's good. You have the knowledge, but are you practically doing it? Are you taking time to rest, or is your body forcing you to rest? So there are times that your body will definitely force you to rest. When you have overworked it, when you have stressed it, we talk about burnout. When stress becomes overwhelming and then you cannot cope, then you may need assistance to get yourself in shape. All right. So even as a content creator, you need to take some rest. Just find time to rest. Rest is important. Helps you to be able to pick up, um, fresh, fresh ideas will come. Your brain is well relaxed, settled. You are in good mood, and you're able to become more productive at what you do, even if you are not a content creator. Whatever you do, a career person, an older person, you will enjoy your life better when you are able to uh, sleep. So there are different reasons why people may have disturbances with their sleep. So, well, you need to see your doctor. Practicality also means that for your diet, you are eating right. Healthy plate, for emphasis, means that you have 50% of your plate as vegetables and fruits. 50% vegetables and fruits, 25% of carbohydrates, 25% of protein. That is a healthy plate. Are you doing it practically? We have to be intentional. You have to make choices that will help you to eat right. Balanced diet, very important. And lastly, let's talk about positioning. That's the third P, positioning. Positioning means, for example, that as you are watching, you are staying, it means you are positioning yourself for healthy living. And I want to appreciate everyone who has joined the live. It's just been simple talk on staying healthy, but that you are you are staying, you're giving support, but much more, you are positioning yourself to relate with information that you can practice, put into practice for better health. All right. So positioning is important. If you are not subscribed to the channel, for example, you should be subscribed so that as soon as information is uploaded, somebody said it's not just about information, it's about the transformation that you get, you know. But you need information, you need to apply the principles to get the necessary transformation. And we have to be consistent. So that's why we're building a community. And I'm encouraging you to be part of the community. If you are coming across the channel for the first time, you need to be part of the community. Join us, subscribe to the channel, and you know, um, Importantly, contribute your part, drop a chat, drop a comment, a question, and I personally will respond to your comments or questions. So let me know if you understand this positioning, interacting with healthcare professionals like myself, doctor, nurse, pharmacist, physiotherapist, nutritionist, you know, your fitness coach, different uh, professionals will help you in a great way. Okay. So it's a teamwork and there are many parts to it. You have your part, your role to play as an individual when it comes to staying healthy. You have choices to make and you need to make the right choices. You have decisions to take and you need to take them. It goes beyond having a desire. You just don't desire health. You don't desire staying healthy. Just desiring. Desiring doesn't really help. It's good to desire. But when you decide, and with that decision in your mind, you take action. With some of the things that I've shared, you take action steps with the knowledge that you have about health. You take action, beyond the information that you have. You are putting practicality to it. So that's the second P, practicality to the knowledge that you have. And that's where you get results. That's how to get results. The same way we talk about content creation and then putting into practice, practically doing the things that are recommended by YouTube, whether by other creators or the creator insider. You the fact is that if you don't put this information into practical use, then the results will not show. All right. Talking about your thumbnail, your description, you want to get all those in proper shape. So the same way you have to be practical about your health. So when was the last time you had a health check, a medical checkup? When was the last time you even checked your blood pressure? These are very simple things. These are things that you have heard many times. All right. Okay. But there are complications from somebody having an undetected high blood pressure. You know, Person may develop a stroke, and that may be the first time discovering that it was related to, something related to hypertension. All right. So we don't want complications. We don't want a life of ill health. But we need to do our part. Thank you for positioning yourself. Achichi space. Achichi Chiro is here. Say my dog is here. Yes, I'm here. Thank you for joining in. Achichi says, good morning, everyone. Achichi from Kenya, right? What time is it in Kenya now? Is it the same time? Is it the same time as we have it here? 6 a.m. now. Oh, it's 8 a.m. So you're 2 hours ahead. That's interesting. 2 hours ahead. Thank you for the feedback. So how are you this morning? I'm sure it's a Friday morning. How have you been? How is content creation? We've been talking about staying healthy. We've been talking about staying healthy. Capture the moment. Okay, so Barry walking exercise. Let's say the 5 to 6 days every week. Yes, very good. 30 minutes brisk walking for at least 5 days was recommended. That's moderate intensity exercise. All right. So content creation. Let me read that. Okay. Yes, we're behind. Oh, you mean no? When you say 8 a.m., is it 8 a.m. Friday or 8 a.m. Thursday? Yeah. It should be 8 a.m. Friday at Chichi. Or is it 8 a.m. Thursday in Kenya? It's 8 a.m. Friday, right? Yes, and he say content creation is tough. Hmm. It's work. It felt work. And YouTube, keep they keep coming up with updates, new things, what you can do differently, what you need to be doing now, what you need to stop doing. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of work, and they definitely, if you do the work and you're consistent and with wisdom, with God's grace, of course, the results will show. So it's a lot of work, it requires some commitment, and I've emphasized the need to have a balance as content creators. We need to also be sure that we're taking, uh, giving priority to physical, mental, and social health. You must learn to take a break. You must learn to take breaks. You must learn to relax. You must learn to connect with others. You must learn to um, go for vacation. Just take a break, and you find out that you're able to get better, get back better, you know, and you're able to become better, more productive at what you do. Welcome to the live. You're just joining us. We've been here for about an hour. We've been talking about staying healthy, how to stay healthy. And I'm sure for those that have been here, it's been very informative, interesting. And I was saying for those who are yet to watch my latest video on relationship, am I in the right relationship? It's a question that some people may be asking right now. You may be asking that question. It doesn't matter the type of relationship we are talking about, whether it's a marital relationship, talking about friendship, talking about business relationship. But look at, if you watch that video, you see there's a difference between relationship and attention. You know, someone may be giving you attention, but not be in relationship. Somebody may be in relationship with you, say they are in relationship, but not giving you attention. So you find out more, and I look forward to seeing you in the comments. Let's know your thoughts. So we'll be closing it here. If you have been with me on this live, let me know in the chat so we can say thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who was able to join in. I wish you a great day. Pray that we'll continue to stay healthy and keeping fit. God bless you. Bye for now. Okay, thank you for the poll. Thank you for voting.